Coming up in November on Roanoke County Today, we visit with the animals at RCACP, plus take a walk along Plantation Road. This and more coming up.
Welcome back to the show. Joining me today is Melinda Rector, and we have a special guest, Anne-Marie Green. Melinda is with the Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection, or we say RCACP.
Exactly.
And Anne-Marie is a employee for Roanoke County, but also a foster mom. We're going to talk to her in a minute about what she does. But Melinda, first remind our viewers what the RCACP is and what it does.
Okay. The RCACP is your local open intake municipal shelter for lost and homeless animals. This is where your dog or cat will come if it gets picked up by animal control or a very helpful Samaritan out on the road. This is the first place you want to check if you're missing your animal. We also take in owner-released animals for those owners who have found themselves in a situation where they can no longer keep their pet.
Okay, and you have some new operating hours here.
We do. We are trying very hard to reunite our lost animals with their owners as fast as possible. So we are now open Monday through Saturday. We open at 9 a.m. We do close it a little bit earlier. We close at 5:30 p.m. And if you're interested in adopting from us, those adoption hours will be from 1 to 5.
Okay, those are great. More opportunities for people to come through the front doors. Good.
By 5 o'clock, we're putting the animals to bed. So at that point in time, that's when we have to stop with adoptions because they're ready to eat and get settled in for the night.
Okay, and you mentioned stray animals. Tell us about the stray animals who come in.
Stray animals that are brought in, we service 4 different localities. We service the counties of Roanoke and Bogota. We have the city of Roanoke and the town of Vinton. So we have a great deal of traffic that comes through. We have generally between 4,000 to 6,000 animals that come through this facility each year. So if you are missing your animal and someone picks him up or animal control picks him up, they bring him here. If he has no identification, no collar, no microchip, nothing that identifies him as being owned by someone, the legal stray hold period is five full days, and then the animal becomes the property of the pound. If he has a collar, ID, microchip, anything that identifies him, that legal stray hold is 10 full days, and then they become the property of the pound, and we start doing their evaluations and their vetting and getting them ready for adoptions, those that are eligible for adoption.
Okay, and so anybody who's looking for a lost pet,
please come
call.
here first. And the other thing that you can do is contact your local animal control office. Let them know your pet's missing, because they're running every day, and they will keep an eye out and see if they can find your pet. And also come in here to do a walkthrough yourself. Fill out a lost pet report, because we have a lot of really helpful people out in the community who don't want the animals to come to the animal shelter to spend that stray hold period. So they hold them at their homes, and they call in here and fill out a found pet report. And so we match up those lost and found pet reports sometimes and get you back in touch with who is actually holding your dog or your cat. So please fill out that lost pet report. It's very important.
Sure. And how about owner-relinquished pets?
Owner-relinquished pets are the pets that the owners can no longer keep for various types of reasons. If it is a reason that we can help with, we absolutely will help you keep your animal in your home. If you need food, we'll get you food. If you need medical care, we will put you in touch with the people who can give you low-cost medical care. If that's not what one of the issues is, then we of course do take in the animals. The unfortunate part is that owner-released animals are not legally bound to any stray hold. So once they are released to us, they are the property of the pound. And when it comes time for if we have no room in the inn, difficult decisions have to be made.
Sure. And another option for people is fostering.
Fostering. Yes. Fostering is so wonderful. Fostering is right up there for me with adopting, because when you foster or you adopt, you are saving 2 animals. You're saving the animal that's here in the shelter, and you're also saving the animal that's getting ready to come into the shelter, so that there's a kennel or a cage space available for him to have a safe haven. So I'm very fortunate in that we have a great group of fosters, and we have a great community who responds when we need them to foster. And that is where we have Mr. Toby. and Anne-Marie,
Yes.
who's being very, very good, I have to tell you.
Yes, he's being very good. So, Anne-Marie, tell us a little bit about your experience with fostering.
Well, I told Melinda that I'd be willing to foster an animal and a dog, and I didn't want anyone that was very big and had to get along with my dog. And so she called me one day and she sent me a picture, Toby, and I came and met him, brought my dog to meet him, and then I brought him home. And he's been with us about 2.5 months, and my dog loves him so much that I have to adopt him. And so that's what we're here for today. Toby's going to be with us permanently.
And Toby was an owner-relinquished dog.
Yes.
So he was in danger, and so I wanted to make sure that he had a way out of here because he was just adorbs.
Right. So that's something that's kind of near and dear to your heart, adopting.
Yes.
Fostering
Yes.
and then adoption. So that's a good success story for you and for Toby.
It is. And Toby's kind of wild. He's only a year old, but he's settling down, and he's in obedience class, and he's going to be a wonderful, wonderful boy.
That's
He's
great.
a very good boy.
That's great.
He
So that's-
deserves to have a happy life, and that's these animals in here are precious to all of us here, and we want them to have a long, happy life with loving people to love them. We don't want to see them back in here. So.
That's great. And Anne-Marie mentioned that you brought your dog in here to meet.
Yes.
And so you would
Right.
encourage that if
Yes.
you have other pets or children to bring them in here and meet the
Exactly,
potential dog.
and that's what we do when we foster or adopt out. We do require people, particularly with the dogs, if they have other dogs at home or other kids at home, to bring everybody in and see how they all do, because we never want to put anyone in a situation
Right.
to where the dogs do not get along together, because it happens. And so we want to make sure that we're putting them in the best home that they could possibly be in. The cats, we don't do meet and greets with cats and dogs because it doesn't really going to go very well. My kitty cats are not going to like that very much. But we do ask that the family comes to meet the kitties, just to make sure that everything is good and goes well.
That's great. And you mentioned cats. Tell us a little bit about the cats, because you always have plenty of those here too, right?
I am so excited because we have been working on this for a while, but we have a free roam cat room now. And so we have the cats that are available for adoption. We've tried to put in about 6 at a time. We can go up to 10, but I think 6 is a real good number. So far, so good. Every 6 we put in there, they get along like peas and carrots, and it makes it really easy to get them adopted out. Everyone who's gone into the free room has gotten adopted out. So we are very excited about that. The cats love it because unlike the dogs who get walked at least 3 times a day and they see the outside, they see sun, they see everything. Our cats do not have that ability because those rooms do not have access to sunshine. So in the free roam cat room, there's windows everywhere and there's things to lay on and toys to play with, and so we try to get them in there as soon as they become available to have a good time and chill out and relax, and people can go back in the free roam cat room and hang out with the cats and find a good cat for you.
That's great. You all are doing some wonderful things, ensuring that these pets have a feeling of home while they're here in many different ways.
Yes.
That's important.
Absolutely. We want to make that transition as easy for them as possible.
Right. And tell us about a pet food pantry that you have.
Our pet food pantry is very important to the shelter, in particular for keeping loving animals and loving homes. So if people need food, we are a no judgment zone. If you need food, you come here and you get it. It's not a problem. We have dog and cat food. Our community is phenomenal about answering the call when we start getting low. We also have a partnership with Target where we go every month and get their food that has been like a little bit ripped or opened, and it's been fantastic. So we can feed a lot of animals that way, and it's amazing. I think last month we fed over 150 animals, and so that's 150 animals that didn't have to come here to the shelter.
That's great. It's a good program.
It
So
is.
you're always looking for donations of
Absolutely.
food and toys.
And toys. The dogs and the cats, everyone loves to play. They're animals, they love to play.
Sure.
And the pet food pantry and the donations is an easy way for people to help without having to adopt. If you can adopt, then there's other ways that you can help, but that's an excellent way to help.
Sure. Now, you all have been very successful in finding grants to
Yes.
fund many of the things around here. So tell us
Yes.
about those grants?
Oh my goodness, I feel like I've been writing grants from day one since I got here. So we have gotten a Petco $10,000 Petco grant last spring, and we put up soundproofing insulation in the dog kennels, and it's helped a lot. Of course, it's still loud because you get up 90 dogs together and they sing the song of their people at the top of their lungs.
Right.
So it's not, it's like me singing in the shower. It's not real good, but it's loud, okay? So it's the decibel level's a little bit lower, and so that worked out really well. We also received a $5,000 pet retention grant from PetSmart, where I'm getting ready to order microchips and scanners for our animal control officers. The microchips will be used for owners who are coming to reclaim their pets. We're going to ask their permission to microchip their animal and register it here, so they don't have to do anything except give us permission to microchip their animal. And we always provide them a tag when they leave here as well. We also got a $3,500 Banfield Veterinary Clinic grant. So we got a new wet table for the vet clinic so that the animals who come in that have ear mites or something wrong with their paws or they need a special medicated bath, that can be done right there in the vet clinic without having to walk through the halls to get to the great big tub that we have. Let's see. Oh, we have a $13,000 grant from PetSmart to do our front lobby renovation, which is going to be happening very shortly. So stay tuned for that because we're going to be having some exciting news about that. And the whole front lobby is going to get a facelift, and we're going to be getting some smart TVs out there to showcase our animals and give people a better look at what they look like and what their personalities are.
That's great.
So we're excited, and we're still writing. I'm writing my fingers to the nubs.
Yes,
so.
Always lots of good opportunities out there for the animals.
And we're searching for them.
That's great. That's great. And so, are there any upcoming events for the RCACP? I know you all are out in the community a lot.
We do.
Tell us about those.
We try to get out there as much as we possibly can. On November the 3rd, we're having an adoption event here at the shelter called Pumpkin Spice and Pets That Are Nice. So the staff was very proud of that. They did real good with that one. So that's going to be here at the shelter on November the 10th. I'm doing Cat Day Saturday at the Benton Library, where I bring about 6 cats in crates. And we go to the children's section of the library, and the kids sign up to read to the cats in 15-minute intervals. And everyone that we have done this so far has been sold out. So that's been good. You don't have to pay to do it, but it's been full. And then on, let's see here, we will be doing the Christmas parades. So look for our trailer at those. On December the 1st, we will be at Petco, I believe. And let's see, what else? December the 8th, we're going to be at Green Ridge Rec Center at an event that's being hosted by High Hopes Dog Training.
Great.
So lots of things coming. So be looking for us.
That's great. And so if people are trying to find out more, I know you all are on Facebook.
We are.
And you have a website.
We do. Our website is www.rcacp.org. It's not as bad as Roanoke County's. It's pretty long, but ours is pretty short. So it's just rcacp.org, and that'll get you to us. And we're on Facebook as the Regional Center for Animal Care and Protection.
And there's a great opportunities for people to go to and see some of the animals that you have here in the shelter.
And we also have a friends group as well, and I would encourage people to look them up on Facebook as well. It's Friends of RCACP, and they're a phenomenal group of volunteers that are really dedicated to helping us help the community.
That's great. You all are doing some wonderful things here.
Yeah, thank you so much. We really love what we do, and we feel like we're being very successful.
Great. So we'll encourage all of our viewers to go online or go into Facebook and check out all the wonderful animals here at the RCACP. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Today.
Appreciate
and Anne-Marie
it.
and Toby, thank you for being a part of it. It's great to be here. Great.
Congratulations, Toby.
We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Roanoke County Today. My name is Brian Klingenpeel, and I'm the Community Outreach Coordinator for Roanoke County Fire and Rescue. If your home is anything like mine, then I'm sure you already know that the kitchen is the heart of the home. And so it may not surprise you to learn that Thanksgiving is the leading day of the year for home fires involving cooking equipment. So safety is important in the kitchen all the time, but especially on Thanksgiving Day, holiday when there's lots of activity and other people in the home. So we want to just give you some safety reminders for in the kitchen around Thanksgiving again this year. And one of the top ones is anytime you have anything on the stovetop, you need to make sure that you stay with it, that you don't get distracted by other happenings in the home on the holiday, and that you watch whatever you have on the stovetop. Another one is when you're cooking that turkey, you need to stay at least in the home. It'll probably be in the oven, which is fine, but you do need to stay at home, and you need to check on the turkey frequently. Some other safety reminders for the kitchen are that steam from hot food and liquids can cause serious burns, especially to children. Also, we want to remind you that knives should be kept up and out of the reach of children. Matches and lighters should also be kept up high in a locked cabinet so that they too are out of the reach of children. Now, I want to shift gears a little bit away from Thanksgiving and talk briefly about Christmas trees. And I do that only because I know that here in the Roanoke Valley area, we start to see live Christmas trees being sold the week before Thanksgiving at many locations. And I just want to caution you to have a lot of caution about that, about live Christmas trees in your home for that extended period of time. I'm always urging you to keep your tree watered, to make sure that it's a fresh cut tree and to cut 2 inches off the bottom of the tree. But if you put a live Christmas tree in your home the week before Thanksgiving, it's more than likely going to be very dried out by the time we reach Christmas. So I just want to caution people about that. Artificial trees are good. They're all flame retardant, and they're pretty safe. But anytime we put a live Christmas tree in the home, we need to make sure that we keep it watered, that it's fresh, that no needles are falling off of that tree, and that's going to be hard to do for more than 4 weeks. So please just keep that in mind, and we'll be back next month with some other winter holiday safety tips too. For more information about these safety tips or any others, you can find us on the web at roanokecountyva.gov/fire rescue, or you can call me directly at 540-777-8718. Roanoke County Today. We'll be right back.
Roanoke County is going to come alive with the Christmas spirit this December. We are going to have a full slate of wonderful family activities for everyone to enjoy. Starting on December 3rd, Monday, which is our annual county Christmas tree lighting, which will be at South County Library as it has been for the last several years. We will have Santa, of course, arriving in style. We will have all kinds of activities for the children. We will have refreshments. We will have entertainment. We will have craft activities, and of course the official lighting of the tree. And that will occur, as I said, on Monday, December 3rd from 6:30 to 8:30. And that entire event is free and open to the public. We will also have shuttle service to the school across the road, because sometimes we do get a little bit busy, because, you know, Santa is very popular in December. But again, we invite everyone to come out to the annual county tree lighting. Then, to continue in the holiday spirit, at Explore Park, Roanoke County's Explore Park, milepost 115 off the Blue Ridge Parkway, we are going to have 8 full days, full evenings rather, of wonderful, wonderful Christmas activities. We will have Santa will be back to join us, because he loves Roanoke County. We will have carriage rides, we will have s'mores, we will have food vendors, we will have a beer and wine pavilion, and we are even going to top off the evening with the 12 Greens of Christmas, which is going to be a mini golf experience, very similar to what we did at Halloween, although it will have a wonderful Christmas theme. It'll have brilliant colors and brilliant lights, all decorated for Christmas, and you can come out with the family and actually play mini golf and look at the beautiful light displays, which will give you a little hint about what we're going to be doing next year at our big production, Illuminates. So again, we invite families to come out. That event will go on, as I said, for 8 days from 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. in December. We'll also have craft activities. Then also, we are going to have a holiday market, an artisan market. That artisan market is actually going to run for a full month. It will begin on Black Friday in November and continue through the 24th of December, through Christmas Eve. We will have 50 regional artisans and craftspeople with us, displaying and selling their work, so you can come and do all of your Christmas shopping this year at Explore Park in the beautiful Blue Ridge Mountains. We invite the entire community to come out and celebrate the holiday season with us. Something else very special that's going to be going on those 8 days at Explore Park is Santa's Workshop. Not only will Santa be there to see what you would like for Christmas, but we're going to give children the opportunity to go shopping for their parents, their friends, and other loved ones without having their parents around. It's a children's only shopping extravaganza. It's going to be a fabulous experience. We'll even wrap the gifts for the children. So everyone really needs to make it a point to come out to Explore Park this holiday season. And if folks need more information, they can go to our website, set up especially for the holiday season at Explore Park, www.explorepark.org/holiday.
Welcome back to the show. Today I'm talking with Megan Cronice, who is our principal planner in our planning department, Roanoke County. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much.
We're out here, it's a little windy, but we're really excited. We're standing out here off Plantation Road, which is just a huge economic driver here in the Roanoke County area, and we had a special event today.
We did.
Tell us a little bit about the Plantation Road project that's been going on for many years.
Sure. Well, we started with the idea for this project 9 years ago, and today we cut the ribbon for Phase 1, which is a shared use path, 10-foot wide asphalt from Williamson Road up to Walrun Drive just up here. There's also a Welcome to Holland sign and street trees and curb and gutter. So we're excited that the first piece is done, and we have another couple pieces to come.
And what can people expect to see next?
Well, right here at the intersection of Lila Drive and Plantation is where we're going to have a 4-leg stoplight go in here in the next few years, probably in 2020. And that will have not only 4 signals to help move traffic through the area, but it will also have pedestrian signals and crosswalks so people can safely cross the street.
Right. So this is a very heavily populated area, mostly the highest concentration of employees within Roanoke County. So
Absolutely.
how is all of this going to benefit the employees?
Well, we've heard that they're already using the path for exercise to get out at lunch, and we also have seen a lot of residents use it because we've got a lot of people who live right around here too. So it's a great benefit for the community, and we're excited to keep moving with it.
And where did the funding come from for this important project?
Well, Phase 1 was $4.2 million, and it's a combination of local, state, and federal funding that was administered through VDOT.
Okay, so VDOT's certainly been a good partner
They've been absolutely fantastic
in this whole project.
Yes.
Okay. Well, we're excited that this was happening today. I know you've been talking about it for many years, and it's finally become a reality today. So.
Well, and the next phase will be from Walrun up to Gander. That'll be sidewalk and street trees, and that'll be in 2021.
And go to Waldron Park. Okay.
It'll go up from Walrun Drive up to Gander Way. So it won't go to the park yet, but that might be a future phase. We're hearing that in the Hollins Center plan that people would still like to connect to the park.
Okay, that's great. And you did mention part of the Hollins plan. There's an extension of this to create or further the Hollins Center plan. So what's that about too?
Well, the Hollins Center plan is the county's focus on this area of the county for a number of reasons. And one of the things that we're looking to do is to have a number of implementation strategies for things that the community would like to see. So more bicycle and pedestrian amenities. We're hearing what they would like to see in terms of new development and new growth in the area. So there's a lot of different things that go together into the Hollins Center plan, and we anticipate having the next round of community meetings to unveil the draft plan in January or February.
Okay, and where can people find more information about this?
Well, you can go to www.roanokecountyva.gov/plantation or /HCP for the Hollins Center plan.
Okay, great. Well, thanks for sharing this with us.
Sure. Thank you for your time.
Okay, and we'll be right back. Welcome back to the show. Joining me today is Ben Jones with the Department of Social Services. Welcome to our show.
Thank you so much. I'm happy to be here.
Well, we've talked several times before. Social Services has a fostering and adoption program, and you're a supervisor over that great team.
I'm very proud of them.
We're talking to you today. Tell us a little bit first about what you do and what your team does.
Sure. I have a great team. Some of my team members are adoption specialists. They work on finding and matching children with adoptive homes and finalizing those adoptions through our local courts.
Okay, great. And I know November is National Adoption Month. So tell us a little bit about that. What's going on?
Sure. So in November, the world celebrates adoption as a concept. Roanoke County, Roanoke City, and Salem always join together in a joint adoption celebration for the adoptive families that have adopted from us as well as that are adopting this year on the weekend before Thanksgiving. So this year, on November 17th, there's a celebration for those families here, and it's very well supported by our community.
Oh, that's a good time, right before Thanksgiving.
Yes, ma'am.
A lot to be thankful for.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. And I know one thing you have here is a Foster to Reunify program. Tell us a little about that.
Certainly. So we get inquiries from families who are interested in only adopting a child, and that's a wonderful desire, and there are many, many children that need to be adopted in Virginia. Roanoke County is not an adoption agency. We foster to reunify, meaning we license and approve foster homes to work with us to reunify a child with their family. If that cannot happen, if we're unsuccessful in those efforts, then that child will be eligible for adoption, and then we can make an adoption happen pretty quickly because of our 3 specialists. But we do not set out with any family to effect an adoption at the beginning of a case. So we can't tell anyone who is a foster parent for us that they will be able to adopt any specific child. So we are not an adoption agency, we are a foster to reunify agency, even though we effect many adoptions every year.
Right, right. And if people are interested in learning more about fostering, how can they become involved?
Oh, sure. Well, there's lots of opportunities to learn and to get involved. The next one is on November 13th at the South County Library at 6:30 p.m. We're having a community conversation. We'll have a social worker, 1 or 2 actual foster parents will be there, and you can ask them anything you want about the program, about what it's like to be a foster parent, what the training is like, what the requirements are. Probably going to hear some good stories of some really fun kids that they work with, and it's going to be a good opportunity just to get an overview of what fostering is like. And I invite everybody in the community to join. It's no obligation, and it's just a conversation.
Good opportunity to learn more about it.
Yes, ma'am.
That's great. And are there other ways to support foster and adoptive families right now?
There are. I wore my Christmas tie because we are in the middle of our foster care Christmas sponsor drive. In Virginia, the children and families in foster care do not get money for Christmas gifts. It is something that we solicit from the community. We've partnered with the Junior League of Roanoke Valley and for our 3rd year to manage our Christmas list and to manage our sponsor drive. If anyone has any heart for foster children or adopted children or even children working with CPS, to help them get a good Christmas this year, they can call Heather Taylor with the Junior League. Her number is 345-2634, and she can set you up with a child or a family that needs sponsoring. We would really love to have a big community match for this, and I think it would be really fun.
Well, they are certainly a wonderful organization and do a lot of good work, so I'm sure this will be a good event.
We think so.
Great, great. Now, if people are interested in more information, they can go online.
Always.
Okay, and that's just to the Roanoke County website?
They go to the Roanoke County website, and I believe there's a link there for DSS. We have some foster parent resources on there. Or they could call my recruiter and community outreach specialist, Amber Tiller. Amber's phone number is 283-8923. And there's lots of ways you can reach out and you can learn about fostering, or you can learn about supporting the families and children in a different way. We have lots of opportunities.
Great, great. Well, good. Well, best of luck on the Christmas events and the upcoming community conversations. So
thank you so much.
That does well, and thanks for being with us today.
It was fun.
Okay, we'll be right back.